one more reaction video, ladies and gentlemen. And I got my good friend, I don't know him for real, but I study a lot of his work, Dr. John Campbell, pulling up to the channel. Speaking on human fertility threat, there was a study out of Denmark that I think a lot of people should know about. You know, they say the difference between a conspiracy theory and the truth is about 6 months to a couple years. And a few years ago, a lot of people thought I was a conspiracy theorist, but now it's slowly starting to turn what looks like I was able to see the future a little bit. You know what I mean? If this is your first time to the channel, go on and get in here and park that whip, take your shoes off, get comfortable. As I love to say, we simply spirits encased in human flesh, baby. Trying to figure out this thing called life, not nearly as divided nor as demonic as the mainstream media and the social media algorithm try to make it seem every single day. And I think we can all agree that we're trying to learn and evolve in this thing called life. So if you dig what you hear from myself and the doctor, do me a favor and share for and what.
And welcome to today's talk, Saturday the 15th of June. Now, you don't need to be a professor of physiology to work out the implications for the future of the human race from what I'm about to tell you. Up until 2019 in Denmark, sperm motility was going up. And of course, sperm motility is essential because it's a long swim up to the uterine tubes where the fertilization takes place. Motile sperm are essential. So up to 2019, 2017, 2018, 2019 in Denmark, motility was going up in sperm. By 2020, it had gone down by about 22%. This is a huge reduction in sperm motility in Denmark. Now, this study was done among sperm donors in Denmark, quite a few thousand of them, at 4 cities around the country. What's happened to sperm motility in the UK? Don't know. Don't know of any studies. United States? No, I'm afraid I don't know that one either. Why is it only Denmark that has done this work and no one else? Now, frustratingly, this is not in the Journal of Human Fertilization, Human Fertility. It's going to be in it. It's an electronic pre-release, so we don't have a detailed breakdown on the years. But we do know that by 2022, from 2019, a massive reduction in sperm motility. Now, just by way of parenthesis, let's just, before we look at the detail of the study, let's just look at this here. Now, this was new daily confirmed COVID-19 cases per million in Denmark. And we see that most of the cases were in this early Omicron wave here, early 2022. Now, Omicron, of course, is known for not being very systemic. It's mostly localized in the respiratory passages. So rather hard to see how Omicron could have a effect on sperm motility from the testes, of course, and the male gonads. But let's look at another piece of information here. COVID-19 vaccine doses administered per 100 people. And here we see a huge amount of vaccines given in 2020 and another colossal amount, well, large amount, probably more area under the graph there actually, but given in 2021, 2022, and a reasonable amount given in later 2022.
Isn't this nuts to hear? I know for myself it is. Like I know a few women who have got the shot and their hair would fall out, or they was having like some menstrual problems where their cycle was not regular anymore. I think I know a few people who like miscarried. Excuse me. I have a good friend, Justin Alexander, who had got the shot and still passed away. And I had said that on YouTube maybe like 3 years ago when a video was removed from my channel immediately. I got a strike and I couldn't post anything for like a week. And I don't know who couldn't see this from a mile away. That out of nowhere across the whole world, all of a sudden we were supposed to stay home, and it was a few days, and then it was 2 weeks to slow the spread, and it just kept evolving. Yet anybody you would ask a basic question, they didn't have an answer. They would just tell you to shut up and get back in line. And so many people were vilified for just having a different opinion. So many doctors were removed from the internet. So many people lost their job. My wife lost her job because she wouldn't get the shot. I'm sure watching this video, you guys have a lot of friends and family who also were put in very compromising positions to get the shot to keep their employment. and or lose their job because they wouldn't get the shot. And think about how many people got the shot and still end up getting fired because jobs are all moving to AI or hiring, immigrants. Well, that's here in America anyway. Um, but it's very unfortunate the people who are coerced into it to just try to make a living for their family. I know it's a lot of men and a lot of women who didn't want to get it but had to go against their natural instincts just to provide for their family. So thoughts and prayers to you.
So pretty clear evidence there of the vaccination rate. But let's go on and look now at the sperm motility. Now, this is the study here. Recent decline in sperm motility among donor candidates at a sperm bank in Denmark. So what they did was, this was people donating sperm for assisted reproductive purposes in Denmark. And of course, they want to assess the quality of the sperm that is being donated, as well as for screening of the individuals, of course. But this is the study here. That's the full reference. Academics involved were from Denmark, which I managed to spell it wrong, apologies, Canada and the UK. So Denmark, Canada and the UK. Now, Denmark, 2017 to 2019, variations in semen quality amongst men applying to be sperm donors was analysed. So this study has been going on since 2017 all the way up to 2022, which is good. Summary answer: the motile sperm concentration and total motile sperm count in ejaculates, both measures of sperm quality. Of course, as we've said, you need the motility to get the fertilization. Declined by as much as 22% from 2019 to 2022. Now, frustratingly, we can't break this down into 2020, 2021, 2022, frustratingly. But we do know it's down by 22% by 2022.
Why do you think all the big economic companies are projecting by 2030 that 50% of women will be single and childless, and then you hear about the she economy and all that? Does it not seem like this is all tied together as a plan to like break up the family and then not have women reproduce and have women just working? And it's like nutty because there's a book, Nietzsche and the Nazis by Stephen Hicks, that I think you should read. And just so many things correlate with how it used to be back in the day, and it's slowly walking into that way unconsciously. And I think a family unit is something very valuable. And if you have young men not being able to produce children, then you got a bunch of these couples who they just got dogs and all that. And I don't knock that. I can say from personal experience, being a father is the reason that I get up at 3 a.m. It's the reason that I stay in shape. It's the reason that I push myself. And me pushing myself, it makes my kids aspire to be like me. All of my children love to drink spring water. All of my children love to drink kombuchas and have salads and work out and be healthy. And I think a good example in life is needed now more than ever. Um, and I wonder, like, if semen retention would help boys who then took the shot. Like, if they like stopped watching porn and didn't follow no big booty chicks on IG. Like, if they just really hone themselves, could they life force regenerate, or know that this shot cause permanent damage to their sperm forever? I don't know. The memes going around 4 or 5 years ago was unvaxxed sperm is going to be the new gold, and it seems like that's the reality that we are heading towards. Y'all let me know in the comments below.
It's clearly a very concerning finding, and to what degree is it duplicated in other countries? We simply don't know. The studies. Why aren't these? Why aren't? Well, the world's just in denial, isn't it? Anyway.
In America here, they still pushing the shot on kids. They still saying that it's kids 6 and over can get it. I know every time my wife takes our children to the doctor, they always ask her, did your children get the COVID or the flu shots? And it's no, don't want it, don't ask no more, no thank you. But it's wild that it has this effects on male sperm while still being offered around the world. If one was trying to have population control, let's say that theory is out there, it kind of seems realistic, dog.
That's what is known already. Questions remain about whether human sperm quality has declined in recent years. And we know I've had so many emails from the United States and Canada and Australia and the UK asking this particular question. And the answer is we don't know because the studies haven't been done in those countries.
It ain't ever gonna happen in America.
Denmark it has, and it's concerning. It is actually concerning. Resolution of this issue has important implications for human fertility and, indeed, you could say the future of the human race. So, study design, semen quality and ejaculates previously collected from 2017 to 2022. So this was ongoing all the time. They were looking at this over this period of time. Sperm bank locations, 40 cities in Denmark, 6,758 donors, all between the ages of 18 and 45.
Yeah, man, we gonna leave the video there. I don't want to go too in detail, my homie. I want you to go check out his channel, check out his page, and subscribe to it. But I think this may be why we have so many effeminate men in America outside of everything around us constantly draining your energy. And all we are is energy inside these bodies. Your life force is extremely valuable. I didn't get that when I was a young man. I understand it now. I value myself a lot more. I really love myself, and to know, when you shooting out blood and zinc and all kind of vitamins and minerals, and then you're tired and you want to go lay down or eat something unhealthy, and it's just a constant cycle. And I think we all need to detox ourselves from the vices of the world and just see how healthy you could truly be. And they say if you restrict yourself from pleasure, self-discipline is the best form of love. And I think a lot of young men now more than ever need to discipline themselves. Young women as well, but really on my young men, because they fallen victim to all the lustful situations that's out there for them. And you come from the Creator, so you have the power to create life or death, Proverbs 18:21, and don't fall to the destruction of the world. But it's going to be interesting to see how this moves forward. I know a lot of people on the left who were pro-jab are also pro-Denmark because they talk about how happy everybody is in Denmark. So I wonder if they'll be pushing to get these same results done here in America. But at the same time, a lot of the men who are on the side of pushing for the shot, they're not really looking to be fathers. And that's something that I've evolved from in my life, and that may sound crazy as hell. But I think the concept of just having reckless sex just for a pleasure purpose, I don't know. I think as a man, we shouldn't wake up looking for pleasure every day. The world is supposed to be hard. It's supposed to be challenged. It's supposed to try to knock you down. So you need to get up and embrace that fight every day. And I went through a period where I was always looking to take the shortcut and the easy route, and that's because I was pleasure driven. So I didn't develop nothing but addictions. And that's really, if you chasing pleasure, what else can you develop? Because you're gonna want more pleasure and more pleasure and more pleasure and more pleasure. But when you chase pain, you build character, you build discipline, you become something you didn't know you could be. And I wake up every day looking for the hardest challenge. What they say, eat the frog first, drink water, take vitamins, stretch, meditate, do yoga, cold showers. But I look to see what happens as we get further away from the pandemic and we get more information coming out about it, because a lot of people passed away. I was talking to this older gentleman, and he said, outside of just the economy crashing, we lost a lot of wisdom. A lot of smart people left the world. So if you still got your grandma, your grandpa in your life, go sit down and talk to them. Ask them what their experiences was. We can't always believe what the news tells us. But if you lucky to still have a auntie, uncle, grandma, grandpa, great grandma, great grandpa, luckily, man, pick their brain. Because as Frederick Douglass said, knowledge makes a man unfit to be a slave. And they slowly trying to make everybody think the same, act the same, talk the same. AI is popping up on every platform that you could think of, but AI cannot replace the connection that human spirit has. The way that your words can impact me and my words can impact you, and the way we can laugh together and smile together. And there's a lot of beautiful things that cannot be replicated amongst the energy that humans share. So let's not succumb to the low vibrational fear of the world, and understand that we all the same around the world, and we all want truth. We all want to be happy, healthy, wealthy, and prosperous. We all come from somewhere, and then we experience a little time here on earth, which they try to keep us in fear, and then we leave here. So I want to say, why are you on earth? Be on the side of faith, not fear, because you can't have both of those feelings at the same time. And if God is for us, does it really matter who against us? The Great Depression didn't last forever. Every war has ended again. So this too shall pass. So be happy, be happy, be happy, because the enemy wants you sad, broken, with anxiety, depression, not believing yourself. But faith always wins.